Yo, what's up, fellas? This is going to be my nightmare matchups for every single UFC champion heading into 2026. Every single champion currently has a nightmare matchup to an extent. Some of them, I just put someone that's probably the hardest matchup, but like realistically, they probably beat them pretty easily too. But yeah, it's going to be the hardest test. Most of these guys, I honestly believe, get dominated or get finished by these opponents. Ready? Let's go for this. Flyweight champion, Joshua Van. He's a flyweight champion currently. And in my opinion, he has a lot of nightmare matchups. I feel like there's three. And one of them he technically beat in Pantoja, who I would have put, but I didn't. A lot of people are going to say Tyra because he can just out-grapple Van, but Van's shown really good takedown defense to me. I'm obviously not a believer in his jiu-jitsu. That's why I think Pantoja would have beat him. I think Pantoja still could beat him in a rematch, and why Tyra could beat him with the jiu-jitsu. But although I do think Tyra beats Van, I don't think the nightmare matchup is him. I think the nightmare matchup is actually Manel Kape. Manel Kape, he hits so hard. I've seen Joshua Van be hurt. He's to this day, he's still a small flyweight. Joshua Van is a small flyweight. Manel Kape would put a beating on, in my opinion. Not necessarily a beating. I think Van will have a lot of success, land a lot of shots, but Manel, I think the power will show. And I think Manel Kape will hurt him. I think it takes not as many shots from Manel, who's probably the hardest hitter in the division. I think he can rock Van. Honestly, knock him out in the first round. And that would probably be my prediction. I think Manel Kape would knock out Joshua Van in the first round because it will be primarily a striking fight. Van will show no threat of a takedown. I've seen Van get knocked out before by Charles Johnson. Manel Kape is more dangerous and it's harder than Charles Johnson. I think Manel Kape is so fast. I think Van will land a lot of shots, but eventually Manel Kape will get him. He will get to him and he'll knock him out. Next champion, the bantamweight champion, Petr Yan. Who's his nightmare matchup? A lot of people are going to say, not anymore with the Merab Dvalishvili since Petr Yan low-key 50-45 them in the rematch. People are going to say Umar Nurmagomedov. That's what Kenny Okoye will say out there on YouTube. I don't think it's Umar. I think Yan beats Umar, honestly. Deadass. I would pick Petr Yan to beat Umar Nurmagomedov in a fight. I think Yan, better striking, good enough grappling to defend the takedowns of Umar. Maybe even mix in his own takedowns. He has better cardio than Umar. So who do I think the nightmare matchup is? Sean O'Malley, who already beat him once in a close fight, which I thought was a robbery, yes. But in a 5-rounder, yeah, O'Malley won that third round comfortably. He landed like 20 more significant strikes. So his cardio was holding up. The reason Yan arguably won the fight was because of the wrestling and the takedowns. And I think O'Malley's improved with the wrestling since that fight. On the feet, O'Malley showed to be better than Petr Yan. And I think that's how we'll look in a rematch. I think O'Malley outstrikes him, has more success defending the takedowns. In a 5-round fight, I think, and also in that fight as well, O'Malley showed that he was closer to finishing the fight. He cut Yan. He landed that knee that could have knocked him out if he landed a little cleaner. He landed a good left hand. Yan did crack O'Malley with a left hand too, but I had O'Malley scoring way more significant strikes. In a rematch, honestly, it's 50-50, and I think the hardest test for Petr Yan is Sean O'Malley. I think he can beat Yan. I think he can beat Umar comfortably. I think he can beat Merab again the same way. O'Malley, I think every time they fight, I think it's going to be a 48-47 split decision. I honestly do, because in the striking, I think O'Malley has the edge. The wrestling, Yan gets takedowns, but he's not a big damage guy. So also the rules have switched to this date. It's more damage-based scoring. So yeah, I think Yan, his nightmare matchup is Sugar Sean O'Malley. Next champion, Volkanovski. His nightmare matchup. It might surprise you guys, actually. Because realistically, the top guy is Movsar Evloev. I don't think he's a nightmare matchup because he's no finisher. The way you beat Volk is you gotta hurt him, you gotta knock him out. Movsar has no finishes out of 10 UFC fights. Same with Lerone. Lerone has finishes, but he's not a knockout guy. He knocked out Aaron Pico, who's defensively irresponsible. Lerone's a decision guy as well. I know they're undefeated fellas. They're probably two of the best fighters in the division. Then you might say Diego Lopez. But Diego Lopez, I've already seen Volk beat him, school him low-key. He did hurt Volk, and I think he can beat Volk in a rematch by knockout. But this might surprise you guys. I think Gene Silva is a nightmare matchup. Stylistically, I know Lopez knocked him out, but Gene Silva is more technical than Lopez. He hits harder than Lopez, in my opinion. I don't know if he hits harder, but he's more technical. I think he has a better chance of landing the shot on Volk than Lopez does. And that being said, some of those shots Lopez ate from Gene Silva, I think those will knock out Volkanovski. I honestly think Gene will land enough to knock out Volk. I don't think Volk has the power to hurt Gene. In a 5-round fight, I think Gene Silva will eventually land the shot. I think he knocks out Volk, who has a no chin, glass jaw, motherfucker. Hey, mate, fucking hell, that glass jaw on the guy. He's gonna get sparked out cold by Gene Silva. I know it's a crazy take. He's on a losing streak right now, but I think honestly, hot take. I think Arnold Allen has a better chance of beating Gene than Volk has of beating Gene. That's how bad Gene Volk's chin is, and I think Gene gets him. I think he does him bad, mate. I think he fucks him up. I think KOs him stiff with a right hand, eh? Fucking hell. Gene Silva is Volkanovski's nightmare matchup. You guys might argue that one, honestly. I don't mind it. Fuck it. You guys might argue it, but yeah, Gene Silva knocks out Volkanovski, in my opinion. Ilia Toporia's next champion. Who is his nightmare matchup? Honestly, I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. I think he beats everybody in the division. I don't think anyone can hold with Ilia. I think Ilia knocks them all out. Like when I said in the beginning, some people don't have really a nightmare matchup. I think they lose. They'll beat everyone. But who's his hardest test? It's not Paddy Pimblett. It's not Justin Gaethje. It's not Max Holloway. It's not Oliveira. It's Arman Tsarukyan, who has a very good grappling base. You saw him today out-grapple a 185er. Arman Tsarukyan can really grapple. The reason I don't think he beats Ilia is because Ilia is a really good grappler himself. In a straight-up wrestling match, Arman and Ilia is 50-50. Jiu-jitsu for jiu-jitsu, I think Ilia is better. Ground and pound, Arman got it. Wrestling, Arman got it. On the ground, I think it's... If Arman's a 10 out of 10, Ilia's a 9 out of 10. 8 out of 10-ish. On the striking, if Ilia's a 10 out of 10, Arman's a 6, 7. Like, honestly, 6, 7 out of 10. Not even trying to make a joke, but like 6, 7. Like, I'm being for real. Arman Tsarukyan is the nightmare matchup for Ilia. If we're trying to give him one, realistically, Ilia knocks his fool out too. He knocks his fool out inside two. He's done. It's done in two, trust me. Next champion, Islam Makhachev. You guys might say it's going to be the same situation as Ilia, doesn't really have a nightmare matchup, but I think there is. I think there is a nightmare matchup for Islam. People might say Shavkat, which I thought about it. I think Shavkat would beat Islam, but I can actually see a way Islam out-grapple Shavkat for 5 rounds. But this different guy, Michael Morales. I think he's a nightmare matchup, fellas. Michael Morales, the most athletic fighter in the UFC. Good base, explosive as hell. He has a wrestling background. That's his, I think, his judoka or some shit. That's his base. He's a wrestler at heart. He's started that shit before striking. But he's just so athletic, so lengthy, so tall, so explosive. His striking so powerful. His striking so good. He has long arms. You saw what he did to Sean Brady. I think he can do something similar to Islam and knock him out in the first round. He's so athletic, so he'll be able to stuff takedowns. He's so long, it's going to be hard to get close and get the takedown attempt on him since he's going to keep you at range. And then when he explodes in, you have to protect yourself. You can't really shoot a takedown because he's so explosive, may not land the knee. So I think it's Morales. Other people, Prates gets out-grappled. Usman, I think Islam can chop his legs up and hurt his knees. Shavkat, again, I think he wrestles him, but I think Shavkat beats him. Ian Gary, I think Islam always beats him 48, 47, 49, 46. JDM, we saw it. Yeah, like, it's Michael Morales, fellas. I think he is the one to finish Islam Makhachev in the first round. And I hope the fight's next because I think Morales knocks him out. Next champion, Khamzat Chimaev. Again, like Ilia, I don't think there's a single fighter in the division that beats him. Who's his nightmare matchup? A lot of people say Strickland. I highly disagree. I think Khamzat Chimaev, he can hold him down for 5 rounds, honestly. I truly believe he could, kind of like he did to DDP. I think he can do that if he wants. Who else? Fluffy Hernandez. He's a good candidate. I'll come back to him. Imavov, I think he's too lengthy and long. I think he's a perfect person for Khamzat to submit, actually. I think Khamzat can get him down and choke him out. RDR, you saw that fight with Brendan Allen. Brendan Allen, Fluffy already did Brendan Allen bad, so why would I pick Brendan Allen over Fluffy? DDP, we saw the fight. So, yeah, Fluffy. That's why I said we'll come back to him. Fluffy has a chance. Best cardio in the division. Really good wrestling base. I just think he's too small. Too hittable, and yeah, I think Khamzat's too strong. I think Khamzat can get him down early, win the first couple rounds on him, maybe even get a submission. I think Fluffy is vulnerable in the first and second rounds. I think Khamzat is very good in the first and second rounds, could get a finish in the first and second rounds. But if he doesn't, I can also see him winning the first 3 rounds and losing the last 2 and winning the fight. But I can also see Fluffy finding a way to win this fight via late round TKO because his cardio is special. It's one of the best in the UFC. Honestly, he's a top 3, top 5 UFC cardio machine. Merab Bashley is better. And that might be it. Maybe Max Holloway and shit like that. But yeah, Volkanovski. But Anthony Fluffy Hernandez has some of the best cardio in the UFC. And I think he has maybe a 30% chance of beating Chimaev. But that being said, Chimaev probably smokes his ass in 2. Next champion, Alex Pereira. This one's actually very tough for me. I don't know who to put. I thought about it. Magomed Ankalaev, you can say him, but I saw the rematch. I think Alex can do him every time like that if he's healthy. Yuri, we saw the fight twice. Oberg, come on. You know what he does to Oberg? Are we dead ass right now? He finishes him, he breaks him, finishes his ass in 3 rounds. People might say Murzakanov. Watch Murzakanov fight Dustin Jacoby. If it's a 5-round fight with Dustin Jacoby, he would have lost. What do you think Pereira will do to him in a 5-round fight? It was being for real. So, what I had to do, I pulled up a middleweight, Khamzat Chimaev. The grappling of Khamzat Chimaev can give Alex Pereira a lot of problems. Think he can take him down, maybe get a submission, maybe just hold him down, one of the two. I know Pereira has a huge size advantage. That's why I actually picked Pereira to win the fight, because he's so much bigger. But Khamzat's like a generational type athlete, generational type grappler. And Alex Pereira, I know he's tough to Magomed Ankalaev's takedowns, but Magomed ain't Chimaev. Magomed's a striker, and Chimaev's a wrestler. I think Alex Pereira's inexperience on the ground could be what gets him smoked by Chimaev, maybe in a round, or maybe a 50-45 decision. One of the two. But that being said, if the fight ever happened, I am actually picking Alex Pereira. Moving on to heavyweight. Tommy Boy Aspinall. Who's his nightmare matchup? Obviously not Volkov, not Almeida, not Curtis Blades. You guys are going to say Gane, because Gane probably would have won the first fight. And if they run it back, I think it's a good chance Gane wins the fight. But I actually think someone is a better person and would beat Aspinall more times than Gane would. Alex Peloton Pereira coming up. I think Alex Pereira beats Aspinall 7 out of 10 times, 8 out of 10 times, while Gane beats him 5 out of 5. I think him and Gane go 5-5, but Alex Pereira beats him 7, 8 out of 10. That's how confident I am Pereira beats him. Aspinall has overrated ass wrestling, and what Alex Pereira showed to me, he can stuff Magomed Ankalaev's takedowns. I think it'll be similar against Tommy Boy Aspinall. I think Magomed is able to shoot takedowns for 5 rounds, which Aspinall wouldn't. Maybe Aspinall gets a takedown in the first, but I don't think Alex Pereira is stupid. I think he'll be fine and not get submitted. He has a lighter man skill. On the feet, it's going to be competitive. Like, Aspinall could land the big meaty right hand and knock him out in the first round, but if he doesn't, Alex Pereira is going to walk him down, tire him out, and get a TKO. Bloody fucking TKO inside 3 rounds. I'm telling you, bro. Alex Pereira would fucking, honestly, 3rd or 2nd round TKO. He'll cardio Magom. He has some of the best cardio in the UFC. He breaks people. That left hook is fucking filthy. He goes to the body. Those leg kicks, he'll chop up Aspinall's leg kicks. Stuff the takedowns, flying knees and shit like that. Aspinall's getting fucking ran through, bro. I'm so confident. Make the fight. Alex Pereira's going to be a triple champ. He beats him. If Gane's a champion, Alex Pereira beats him too. Alex Pereira, I think he finishes Tommy Boy Aspinall. It might be a hot take, and I think he does it quite easily. I think he wins every round. Maybe not the first, but he wins every round probably, in my opinion, and gets a stoppage. Tom Aspinall is good. Again, his nightmare matchup, it is going to be Alex Pereira. Like, Tom Aspinall's a great fighter. Look at him. He's a big guy, but Peloton might be smaller, but he's better. And lighter man skill usually works. I'm telling you, it usually works. You saw it today, Arman Sarukian, the lightweight going up and fighting a middleweight in Shara Bullet and winning. Lighter man skill. That's it. That's nightmare matchups for every UFC champion. Yeah, Alex Pereira is Tommy Boy Aspinall's nightmare matchup. Sham on a sham.